So this video is about choosing notes when you're soloing which fit really well over the chords underneath. So in that little example there, I was basically just improvising over 3 different chords: A minor, C major and G major. But what I was doing is, rather than just soloing in A minor and letting the melody take care of itself, which does work but doesn't generally sound that interesting, what I was actually doing was targeting certain notes which I know will fit really well over the chords as they change. So in A minor, I was basically just playing, literally in A minor, choosing certain notes which have an A minor flavour, such as C and E. But the most important thing is, when the chord changes, you play or you target a note which emphasises the chord change. So when the chord changed to C major, I picked out the note E or G. And the reason I picked those 2 notes out are they are the ones that give the most melodic impact as the chord changes, because E is the major third of C major and G is the 5th. And those 2 notes generally give the best sort of bang for the buck when you solo over a chord change. It's a trick that Dave Gilmour uses all the time, and many other really melodic players. So when the chord changed to the C major, I either picked out the note E and bent up to an E, such as, or I picked out the note G, which is the 5th of C, and did something else. And then when the chord changed to the G major, I did exactly the same trick, more or less. I targeted the 3rd and the 5th note of G major. So I targeted B or D. And if you're not really sure what I'm getting at when I say the 3rd or the 5th, all it means is, for any given scale, you start at the root and then you work your way across. So if we start at G, the next note in the scale of G major is A, and then B, then C, then D. So I targeted the 3rd, G, A, B, the 3rd of G is B, and I targeted the 5th, which is D. And then of course the sequence goes back to the A minor, and then you go back picking notes which emphasise the flavour of A minor. And the note that always gives the most flavour is the 3rd, whether it's a minor 3rd or a major 3rd, because just by playing the 3rd note over the root, you can instantly tell the flavour of the chord. So if I just play an A minor, just using 2 notes, the 3rd, which is C, and the root, which is obviously A, straight away you can hear it's an A minor sound. Now if I play an E over a root of C, straight away you can hear it's a major C major sound, which shows you how important that 3rd note is in the chord. So if you pick that note as you're soloing, when the chord changes, I've bent that D up to an E. E is the 3rd note in C major. And then when the chord changed to a G, I played something which emphasised either the B, which is the major 3rd of G, or the 5th, which is D. that's emphasising the B, or I could do something like that was landing on the 5th, and then of course you're back to the A minor. So if you're not used to it, it's tricky to begin with, but if you start with something very slow like that backing track, which was just 3 chords, give yourself time to think, and as you're coming up to the chord change, think to yourself, what's the 3rd or the 5th of this next chord? So if you're in the key of D major, for example, and your next chord was, say, G, you could think, oh, it's changing to a G major now. I'll target either a B, which is the 3rd, or a D, which is the 5th. And you'll be surprised how melodic it can sound. So, I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.